Hello everyone, and welcome to Fandom Canon. Something that's always been an enjoyable pastime in the world of pop culture critiques is pointing out plot holes, little flaws in writing that wouldn't be possible if the story were set in real life. A common example of the writer not doing his homework occurs in A New Hope, when Han Solo says this.
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Han is bragging about the speed of his ship and explains how it made the popular smuggler's journey known as the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs. He says this as if he is referring to a unit of time. And this makes sense because usually, when we are bragging about speed, we refer to measures of time. I finished that test in under 12 minutes. I drove so fast I got from Philadelphia to Nashville in under 12 hours. But parsecs are units of distance, not time. How can you finish a journey in a shorter distance than it takes to complete said journey? I drove from Philadelphia to Nashville in under 800 miles? No. No, I didn't. A parsec is the distance to a hypothetical object that's parallax would displace at 1 arcsecond from the point of view of the observer when said observer moves laterally the average distance between the Earth and the Sun. Or, easier to remember, a parsec is about 3.26 light years, a light year being the distance light travels in a year. Ignoring the fact that it's odd Han is familiar with the distance of the Earth to the Sun despite living in a galaxy far, far away, there's also the little fact that he seems to be bragging about making the Kessel run in a shorter distance than the Kessel run usually takes. This would require him to plot a different course, just like I could perhaps find a shorter way to reach Nashville, but that would say more about his skills as a navigator than it does about the Millennium Falcon's speed, which is what he's bragging about here. So what does speed have to do with distance? Remember when Han says this line?
Without precise calculations, we'd fly right through a star or bounce too close to a supernova and then it'd end your trip real quick, wouldn't you?
You see, even though they're traveling into a different spatial dimension when they enter hyperspace, they are still affected by something they in the Star Wars universe call mass shadow. We know it as gravity. This is a real theory, by the way. I won't go into it here, but the belief that gravity may leak into the fourth spatial dimension is a legitimate concept being studied by physicists. So, in Star Wars, even while traveling through hyperspace, pilots must avoid objects with large gravity wells since they can pull them out of hyperspace and even kill them. But a ship moving fast enough can get closer to these objects and slingshot past them without being pulled in. Once again, this is a real phenomenon. So most ships completing the Kessel run need to plot a long, winding course, since it takes them through a part of space that is infamously dense with black holes, known as the maw. But the Falcon is so fast that it can travel a shorter, tighter course, getting closer to those black holes without being affected by their mass shadow. Well, what do you think? Did Lucas know about all of this theoretical physics when he wrote the script for A New Hope? Or is this just some lucky justification fans have since come up with to plug up this plot hole? Leave me a comment to let me know. Watch some of my other videos for different pop culture theories. Maybe you want to hear about how PETA actually killed President Snow, or how Luke's plan to rescue Han from Jabba was pure genius. Make sure to subscribe and like the video because you're nice like that, and as always, thanks for watching.